Why is it going on, folks? Will Turbitt here for Demand the Truth. Fake Mike. Real news. Knocked over a bunch of shit that time. That wasn't cool. But we got the backup on deck. Oh, yeah. I'm joined by the one and only Mr. Universol. Now, you guys know Mr. Universol. We've done a bunch of videos before. We've done a ton of videos before. As a matter of fact, all over this country. He's a great friend to the show and has helped us out a lot. Mr. Universol, welcome back. Thank you very much for joining us again.
Thank you, brother. It's a pleasure. It's an honor always to be here and have an amazing conversation with Mr. Demand the Truth. Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much. All right. Well, let's jump right into stuff today. We're going to, and that's what I love about Mr. Universol is we can talk about a wide spectrum of topics. We talk about everything from quantum mechanics, law of attraction, partying, documentaries, ghost hunting. We're going to get into UFOs today as well, too. So there's a lot of activity on UFOs, and UFOs is something that I usually don't cover too much because, I mean, there is something out in the skies. Some people say they're angels or demons. Some people say they're all government. Some people say they're extraterrestrials. Who knows? They could be stuff from scientific phenomena we have yet to comprehend. But there is definitely something up in the skies. And by definition, they're unidentified flying objects. So those are definitely real. But what the hell are they? So we're going to get into that. But first, I wanted to cover this right here. And oops, hold on. There we go. All right. So we're going to go full screen on this in a sec. And no, you know, let's just let the video speak for itself. And you guys can react to it. So let's go to the full screen. It takes a second with the young processing here. Oh, here we go.
So this is my place to kind of really saloon. If you go to my page, you can see all the work I did for outdoor dining, for tables being 7 feet apart. And I come in today because I'm organizing a protest, and I came in to get stuff for that. And I walk into my parking lot, and obviously Mayor Garcetti has approved this. Has approved this being set up for a movie company. I'm losing everything. Everything I own is being taken away from me. And they set up a movie company right next to my outdoor patio, which is right over here. And people wonder why I'm protesting and why I have had enough. They have not given us money and they have shut us down. We cannot survive. My staff cannot survive. Look at this.
So we're going to leave it right there, but I definitely wanted Mr. Universal's reaction to this. We have this restaurant owner here who stops by a restaurant. The restaurant is closed. Can't open up because you can't have it. You can't even have outdoor eating, according to the chancellor, Garcetti. But right next door, you have the same exact thing, but it's okay because it's Hollywood. What are your thoughts and feelings on this, Mr. Universol?
Number one is disrespectful, and it just shows how, you know, middle class owners are, you know, they don't care. You know, you have a multi-million-dollar company that's coming in, setting up their tables and setting up all this stuff, and then right across the street from the restaurant that got shut down because of COVID. So, you know, it shows that, you know, there is, you know, there's pyramid scheme, you know, basically if you're not on their level, you can have certain things, you know, and you can tell that whatever movie company that is, they're a sellout. If they got permission to go out there and do all that stuff, there's something fishy there, and we need to look more into it for sure.
Yeah, I could not agree more. But I don't want to give you all doom and gloom, all negative stuff. And I want to give a shout out to everybody in the chat. But it was really good to see Hey Shaded again, because he was one of the original crew, or she. I'm not exactly sure if Hey Shade is a man or female or whatever, but I'm just sorry to gender anybody out there, but they were part of the original crew, and it's good to find them again here. And some of the new people too. It's great too that we have this new channel because we're getting more views on this channel than we were on the other thing, because that channel was demonetized and shadow banned. I figured you were Hey Shade, but you know, we're living in this 2020 world. I think, and so I just wanted to quadruple check. I didn't want to have commit a hate crime live on air. That would be terrible. So, and the good part about this is we have this story, this little ditty out here. Let's get this sucker on screen. Riverside County Sheriff says, pardon me, call stay-at-home order hypocritical. All right, let's learn to read here. Well, Riverside County Sheriff calls stay-at-home order ridiculous. Says use them hypocritical. So this old lady, no offense. All right. See if they have the video here. Yo, yeah, let's see if this is it. Gravy.
Hello, I'm Riverside County Sheriff Chad Bianco. We have all recently learned of the new regional approach to combating COVID-19 and the pending closure and stay-at-home orders from our governor. We were also told that there was a potential he would be withholding federal and state funding from counties who did not enforce the orders. Ironically, it wasn't that long ago our same governor loudly and publicly argued how wrong it was for the President of the United States to withhold federal funding from states not complying with federal laws. The dictatorial attitude toward California residents while dining in luxury, traveling, keeping his business open, and sending his kids to in-person private schools is very telling about his attitude toward California residents, his feelings about the virus, and it is extremely hypocritical. These closures and stay-at-home orders are flat out ridiculous. The metrics used for closures are unbelievably faulty and are not representative of true numbers.
So he goes on from there, but I think it's a really dope thing that this guy is saying this. Sheriff Bianco, I have never really heard of him before this, but you guys are getting exclusive right here. I'm moving to Riverside County, California, at least for a couple of years. Who's with me? I'm not joking. I'm literally moving to Riverside County, California, in the next couple months. So that's one solution. I think we should go support them and call them. We call a lot on these people that do the wrong thing and tell them, politely they should be doing the right thing. This guy deserves a pat on the back, and I can't wait to get out to Riverside, California to talk to him. And I wish the police here in Providence and Rhode Island would stand up to people that the way that this sheriff is, because that's what the police were supposed to be. They're supposed to be the fail-safe, the bulwark between us and this tyrannical oppression. What's your thoughts on that, Mr. Universal?
Agree. They work for us. We are their bosses. And I learned that from Mr. America and Demand the Truth, baby. Oh, yeah.
All right, so let's get into I'm going to put your channel up on the screen. I want everybody to go right now and subscribe to Mr. Universal. He does great work. It's going to be up on screen as we speak. Let's push him over 500. He definitely needs, this guy, look at all the characters he plays. I mean, let's take a look at some of these videos real quick before we get into UFOs. But you got Auditing America here, behind the scenes. Then we got this little ditty. We're talking about law of attraction, quantum mechanics, me, myself, and I. We got the Karen. He's got all sorts of characters. He's got crazy. Tell people a little bit about the content on your channel.
So I'm Universal, right? Universal itself, if you look up the definition of universal in your dictionary, you see that the definition, it goes on for a very long time. So, I'm a universal mindset type of guy. I'm very creative. I love to create. I love to have a good time. So my Universal TV YouTube channel is just an outlet for me to express different talents, comedy skits, audits. I got some video gaming. I got some paranormal videos, bro. I have some legit paranormal videos that people are snoozing on. I don't have that many views on it, but there's so much freaking activity on there. Legit. Little bit of everything, man. I got to be universal.
Hell yeah. Yeah, no, it's a dope channel, and as you can see, I haven't watched any of his videos, but yet I have, because my old channel was banned. So if I have my old channel, you see red stripes right here, but unfortunately you do not. But yeah, take a look at this. We were live in Kansas City. We did crazy audits. We broke down occult symbolism. It's really dope. As you can see, he's got the comedy. Check it all out. So this is an interesting little ditty. And, you know, people have been bringing this to my attention, my boy Ivan, and especially Justin. Justin is my boy. He's been promoting information out there about the disability that he is enduring, the special needs that he has. So I want you guys to go check out Justin on Twitter. I'm going to leave a link to that too. Oops, hold on. Let's see. Let's refresh this here. Guys, I don't have a personal assistant or anybody in the booth, so you're just going to have to thug it out with me here as I pull up the link. All right, so check this out, guys. All right, so let's look at this headline real quick here. And this is something that I really want to have Mr. Universal comment on right here. NBC News. Former Israeli space security chief says extraterrestrials exist and Trump knows about it. What? Tell me, what's going on here?
Yes, he is. I seen, remember, Trump did speak about the Space Force. Now, there's not a lot of information about the Space Force, but when you look into the secret space program, you realize that there's information that goes back 30, 40, 50, 60 years. You know, they have us believing that we only just gone to the moon and back, and that's still contradictory. But you know, with the information of the secret space program, there's stuff out there that shows how we've been exploring the solar system and exploring beyond the solar system. But these are a lot of black budget funded projects and stuff like that. You know, we never know. You know, the government itself, especially the shadow government, it's not really going to come out and tell us the freaking truth. You know, we got to be high level something to even know just a little bit.
Yeah, so we got the election. I mean, it's still not decided yet. What do you see happening there? What's your take on the whole election from the day of the election until now? And how do you think we might see things possibly play out?
Well, you know, it's the thing. The thing, you know, it's the thing. So I just don't know how understand how a guy that can barely speak and likes little kids sitting on his lap and playing with the hairs on his legs. I don't know how the thing and how he's supposed to run the company and become the president. Yes, yeah, bro. I don't know. It's like, bro, people have to be fucking blind. People are blind. People are brainwashed. You know, it's like, yo, it's like these fucking elites, bro. They sit here and they play their freaking agendas, and they just want everybody to eat this shit up. They want everybody to. It's a fucking big ass fucking scam. At the end of the fucking day, they're all fucking puppets. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, no matter what, you know, I like Trump. I'm a Trump supporter. The reason why I became a Trump supporter, because he was going after the human trafficking. That's where he got me at. Other than that, I don't trust him 100%. You know, I definitely don't trust fucking Biden, especially Biden talking about he's going to bring Hillary Clinton on his fucking team as well. I'm like, oh, hell no. And then with all this voter fraud and all this information that's coming out, people are coming out, speaking out. Dude, I already knew the moment when they started to say, oh, Biden's an elite, it's full of shit. Biden barely has 100 people at his freaking rallies. You went to his rallies and you see the people that Biden has, and you also been to the Trump rallies, and you see the fucking massive numbers.
That when I went to these Biden and Trump rallies, these were before COVID. So people have tried to say, well, oh, Biden rallies are smaller now because COVID. Well, I went to multiple Biden rallies. I went to at least 4 Biden rallies. One, I confronted Biden, told him to stop groping women and children, and I was assaulted, and nobody seemed to care. And then I did it the next 2 times when I called him out. Those I was lucky enough to make international news. One, of course, with Mr. America and Chase from the Allen Report. And then the 4th time we went, they went up to me and Mr. America, and they were like, hey, yeah, we've noticed you from previous events, and we're going to have to ask you gentlemen to leave. And so they know who we are, which is crazy because every time we go to a Joe Biden rally, less than 100 people. Every time we go to a Trump rally, there are literally thousands of people outside to go in. Now, I'm not a fan of Trump or Joe Biden, but I mean, I'll tell you one thing. Trump has way more support than Joe Biden. There's no way that Joe Biden got more votes than Barack Obama, the first African-American so-called president. Absolutely not true. Not true at all. Joe Biden, it's crazy because even a lot of the progressives and the regular Democrats don't like Joe Biden. So I think you hit it nail on the head right there. It's these people think that they can just like obviously not deal with reality and just go forward with it like nobody's going to notice. And more often than not, unfortunately, due to complacency or brainwashing or how hard we have to work or the chemicals in our food, people just don't care about it and don't really do something like that. So that's going to let them continue their agenda. It's going to allow them to continue their agenda, unfortunately. And we as the general public need to do something, of course, non-violently. That's one of the pillars of Demand the Truth, nonpartisanship, using the Socratic method. But number one is being nonviolent. But it's high time we do something. I mean, what's next, Mr. Universal? They just Cardi B is the next president of the United States. Or where are we going with this? And do you actually think that Biden will be crowned His Excellency the President?
I don't think so, man. I mean, right now, United States of America, there's a lot of people that have been waking up, especially, with Q popping up into the scene. A lot of people are American patriots and Trump supporters. They also know about Q. Q has done an amazing job exposing a lot of people as well, predicting certain things or just knowing certain plans that that this dark side is basically doing. And right now, I mean, we're literally going through a civil war, and it's not the type of civil war, back like in the 1400s, but it's media, politician, you have even the authorities, you have the CIA, you have the FBI. There's just so much corruption across the board. And right now, the main attackers is the fucking the news, the fake news. They come out and say all this false information. They're like, oh, Biden won. He's a new president-elect. Trump got to get out. This. They're pushing so many false narratives that they're setting themselves up for failure because people are getting tired of the lies, the deception, the deceit. People are getting fed up, and this is why we all need to take a stand.
Yeah, I could not agree with you more there. And as always, I'm pulling up these things behind the scenes too. So what's your take here before we leave this topic here, though? What are extraterrestrials? And I brought up a number of possible theories. What do you think that they are? Or, what are some of your inclinations on that? Because we definitely have something up in the skies. Then now we have the Vatican a couple years ago saying extraterrestrial. Now we have former Israeli space security says not only do extraterrestrials exist, but Trump knows about it. And then also we have, I was very interesting. I was having a conversation recently, and you guys can find that video on my Demand the Truth channel with Memory Hold and Titus Frost. And Memory Hold was bringing up the fact alongside me is, they have the Ancient Aliens all of a sudden History Channel, and then all of a sudden John Podesta's on that. So what I got a two-parter for you here. One, what are these UFOs? What are these extraterrestrials? And two, why all of a sudden now the Israelis, the Vatican, John Podesta? What's going on here?
So UFOs, again, unidentified object. Anything could be a UFO. right? When we get down to the words. Now, when we're talking about extraterrestrials, people common, say aliens. Really, if you really want me to give you a really good plain truth, right? Because people tend to complex things, especially things that they don't understand. They're complicated, and there's so many arguments, and people like, well, I don't think aliens are real. It's untrue. Look, bullshit, dude. There's evidence all around us. We are aliens. We live in a massive planet that has hundreds of races living on a planet speaking hundreds of languages. There's Planet Earth is the perfect experimental ground. We have different what is it? Not cultures. Yeah, we have different cultures, but we have different land masses that are basically, we have cold, we have desert, we have rainforest, we have forests, different climates. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. We have different climates. We have hundreds of thousands of different species of insects, of animals, of plants, of all different types, and they all live in different climates. Um, so evidence is all around us. If we have this much life on one planet, what makes you think in a universe or a solar system or a galaxy that we live in is non-occupied? There is planets and species that are more farther evolved than we are, that the human mind cannot comprehend, and they have been influencing, a lot of different races have been influencing planet Earth since the ancient times, before the whole reset of the Earth. There's a saying that the Earth has restarted over 5 times already. 5 times it has restarted.
Five times.
And
Five times. Five times. You guys remember Booker T?
Mm-hmm. And huge evidence we can see in Egypt, we can see in Sumeria when they talk about the Anunnaki and the Sumerian race and Atlanteans, and there's so much evidence out there that people who are closed-minded are basically just still asleep. But the evidence is out there, and we can continue to go even more deeper. But yeah, I want to answer that real quick.
Yeah, and so now, what's the reason, do you think, all of a sudden we've got the Vatican, Podesta, and the Israeli former head of space security there coming out within the last couple of years talking about this? Because for the longest time, the mainstream was kind of, straying away from this type of topic.
They have no choice. They can't cover up every light ship they see in the sky anymore. There's so many ships out there, and there's things out there that I can't even explain. A lot of these stuff that when we look up to the sky, everybody's, oh, they're stars. Hell no, those are not stars. Majority of the lights we see in the sky, if you're living in the city, they're not stars. I have lots of stories to share. Matter of fact, let me share this one quick story, and I have plenty more. I was with my cousin in Puerto Rico. We were outside. We were living up in his family lived up in the mountains. We were outside. It was dark, so we can see all the stars clearly. Me, I have had plenty of paranormal experiences and contact with certain races before my past. So I intuitively pick up on, I don't know how, it's just unknowing. Intuitively, I know, I look, I'm like, that's a ship, that's a ship, that's a ship, that's a ship. My cousin's like, bro, what the fuck you talking about? Oh, you don't believe me? Pull out your phone, pull out your nice iPhone, go ahead, put out the video and zoom in on that motherfucker. As soon as he zoom in, he sees the lights. It's like moving around. It's like different lights blinking. He's like, whoa, Primo, what the fuck is this? I'm like, I'm telling you, dude, less than 5 seconds later, the camera still hasn't moved. He's recording it. It disappears off camera. So they knew we were recording them. They knew that we know they were there. And when they picked up on that, they removed themselves somehow from the camera. We're looking at it no longer. Next thing you know it, bro, it gives me the chills every time. All the lights in the campo, we call it campo, that's up in the mountains. All the lights of the neighborhood around us shut down by everyone. Boom, 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 boom. And we were in complete darkness. My cousin's like, bro, shit, bro, let's get inside, D. Let's get it. I'm like, bro, relax. Calm down. We're surrounded right now. We literally were surrounded. I can feel the energy. I can feel their presence. We had at least like 9 to 10 of them. They were invisible. They were cloaked. They're not going to show themselves. And we were literally surrounded. And they came down and they're like, how the fuck does this guy know we were there? And then my brother, my cousin just stood frozen. And the next thing you know it, they leave and all the lights in the area turn back on. And, you know, for me to be experienced and know what was going on, and then for my cousin not to be experienced and not to know what the fuck is going on, he experienced it for himself and seeing how real this shit is.
Now, you said you're intuitive. Is that something that you were born with? Is that a skill that people may be able to develop?
Yes, and it's actually one of the hardest skills. A lot of people tend to find difficulty to develop intuitiveness. I like intuitiveness or intuitive better than saying I'm psychic. I do have psychic skills. I don't like saying psychic because it's just been ruined throughout the time and scammers and all the BS. So intuitive sounds logical. You know, everybody has an intuition. Do they use it? That's on them. Do they strengthen it? Do they exercise their intuition? Your intuition, you know, that's in your brain. It's like a muscle. You got to exercise it. You want to become better and better and better. You know, anybody can develop their intuition for sure.
Now, it's interesting because this whole UFO stuff, I actually recorded a UFO. It was on my other channel. It'll be uploaded too. Don't know what it was. Me and Chase from the Allen Report have also seen one. And another interesting thing too is people can download for their phones. It's like called Google Sky Maps for Android, or it's like Star Search, something like that on Apple. But if you type it in, you can pull it up, and you can see what's up there and just match it up too. A lot of times people will see things that'll be like another planet or a star, and that's a good way to reference that and check. But I mean, we've had several presidents, including Jimmy Carter, report UFO sightings. I believe Ronald Reagan also reported one too. I'm not totally sure on that. I'm going off the top of the head here, but then we also had a few years ago the one that was on the top of the Dome of the Rock in Israel, and which former the site of Solomon's Temple, perhaps, and it just hovered there. It was filmed from many different areas. A lot of different people see it, and then it boom vacuumed up into space. It's something really bizarre is going on out in the skies, and I think the fact that more people are, back in the 90s, you had the shoulder cameras, and so it's now a lot more accessible to people, and people are seeing it. Obviously, that increases the rise of the hoaxes, but I do think that in one form or another in our lifetime, possibly sooner than later, we may see some type of UFO disclosure, whether it be contrived or real. So I'd be curious to see what happens in the upcoming future there as well, too. So as far as 2021, we've got the Rona lockdowns, we've got Joe Biden and potentially in the White House, Donald Trump in the White House. We don't know. The scary part about the times that we're living in is a topic that we unfortunately have to come to again, which is the polarized nature of this nation right now. So I feel like we're in this weird dichotomy where even if Donald Trump was a great guy and came out with, maybe information on young Biden's device there, I still feel like maybe 30 to 50 to 60% of the United States would say that's a lie. It can't be real. It's fake news just because Trump said it. where do you see us going as a nation in the future, and what do you think we can do to help, as my good friend says, heal the divide? Maybe bicycle across the United States, engage in rap battles. What do you think?
When we think of the planet as a whole, we think of, let's think about human consciousness and how we are entwined with every atom, every molecule, every species, every plant, every animal, every human, the water, the elements. We are infused with everything by frequency, sound, and energy. The human consciousness is so powerful that people cannot grasp 1% of this type of secret knowledge. Alaya is a Pleiadian that has incarnated on Earth to help heal and raise the frequency and the vibrations to planet Earth. And he says that Earth is not only just polluted with car pollution and carbon, it's also polluted with thought pollution. Thoughts, the emotions, the energy, the stress, the negativity, or the love of human beings. We are batteries. We are energetic, spiritual beings living in a physical body, and we're projecting every day, every second, every heartbeat that your body produces sends out a wave of energy throughout existence. It does not stop. This is how we're able to see light from other planets and stars from billions and millions of light years away travel all the way to Earth, because energy does not stop. It continues to travel. So when you have a whole species in a planet and they're going through consistent negativity, wars, violence, hate, racial, rapists, pedophilia, all this evil, dark energy, it starts to form a dark cloud in the etheric, a dark cloud in our reality that people cannot see, right? People cannot see with their physical eyes, but when your eyes become single, then you shall see, your pineal gland. But there's this dark energy around people, around the planet, around cities, where the energy clears up is a lot of places that humans are not out in nature, where there's still animals, they're untouched. That's where you're able to taste and breathe the clean air and being that tranquility and stuff like that. But when you have the whole world going through so much negativity right now, what we're going through with the COVID is an attack on the human consciousness. You know how many people are fearing their lives? They're fearing going outside. They're fearing germs and bacteria. And then you have these companies trying to stick people with needles and put vaccines. And we don't know what these vaccines are. We don't know about these medications. Big pharma is just lying to people. There's so much pollution, negative pollution, that is hurting the race, and it's stopping our evolutionary growth on this planet.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's that feeling everybody has that something is not quite right, and we all kind of live with that. Now it's kind of even coming more to the forefront. And talking about not being able to see things, I mean, we're pretty much blind. They have a pie chart of everything in the universe. 95% of that they call dark matter. The small percentage, which is luminous and non-luminous light. And the rest of that, 99 or 95% of stuff, is then there's a very small fraction, which is 0.005%, which is the electromagnetic spectrum, and has X-rays, gamma rays, microwaves, and we can only see a small percentage of what's actually out there in the full pie chart. So we can only see, so if the whole thing's a pie chart, we can only see less than 0.005% of this of what's out there. So that's that we can't see the radio waves, television waves, internet waves. So yes, we don't even live in a solid physical world, and people tend to forget that. I wanted to point people's attention to this real quick too, guys, because, oops, here we go. Hold on. Still new with this whole StreamYard, guys. Thanks, bearing with me. Demand the Truth channel right here, 99 subscribers. This is my other channel. I'm going to put everything on Demand the Truth. Most of the stuff's going to go on here, and I have some exclusives here. But Demand the Truth is where you're going to find all the spicy other stuff. So this one right now might get a shadow ban, might get us demonetized. But I'm 1 subscriber away right now from being able to get a new custom-made URL. Might be able to get Demand the Truth, but I honestly think somebody already took Demand the Truth. So let's see if we can get to 1 more subscriber, and then we can on that channel and get a custom-made URL there. And then if Demand the Truth is taken, we shall acquire a new name, or we'll open it up to conversation with all the truthers, the demand boys and girls here, and we'll see what we wanted to do there. I'm also going to be debuting another video literally as soon as I get off this video with Mr. Universol. Mr. Universol has been gracious enough to give us a lot of his time. He's a super busy dude. This guy works. He's got a family. He's got freaking doing Mr. Universol duties too. This guy traveling all over the stuff. So yeah, I'll put a link to it in the chat and to the description right now. And we're gonna also, and I have some exclusive with Mr. Universol that I'll be putting up soon too. So here's the link right now, guys. Please go over so it doesn't look like a bunch of YouTube /7DM. It'll change as soon as I hit 1 more subscriber. Let's refresh. Let's see. Right on here. Do I get 1 more? Am I cool? Do people like me? No. Everyone hates me. Great. Thanks, guys. Guess who I'm going to be writing about in my diary with my black nail polish? Looks like it's going to be Collins, Master Chief, D-News. You guys led to my... Yes! Thank you very much. All right, great. So in your personal future, like I said, you've got a lot going on. You have multiple projects. You have multiple, what do they say, stokes in the fire? I don't know. But so what does 2021 look like for Mr. Universol and the rest of the world at whole? And how can people make 2021 a better place than it might be otherwise?
Honestly, what you put out is what you're going to receive. The law of correspondence, the law of attraction, the law of reflection. No matter what is going on in the world, what matters the most is, what are you doing? What are you doing daily to help yourself or help your loved ones, help your family, or even help the world, around you? My main focus is, I know there's a lot of distractions, there's a lot of negativity, false flags events. We have a lot of deception going on with this COVID and a lot of stuff. And it's like, you know what? We have to throw away all the bullshit. We have to block a lot of this negative stuff and focus on us, focus on you. I've been focusing on, going to work, doing a good job, coming home, being with, my future wife. I'm a new dad. My baby is about to be 4 weeks. He's 3 weeks right now. So my main focus is basically coming home. I've been working on projects. Me and my brother, Jayon, we've been working on our clothing. We've been working on our clothing label. We have So Universol. I'm pretty excited. We have lots of new t-shirt designs. We also have shoe designs. Again, this is comes from my creative aspect and being very artistic and being a creator. It's where I find the passion of doing the clothing. But is that my purpose in life? No, it's not. Is it why I'm here in this world? Is it the purpose why I incarnated? No, it's not. I gotta live a balanced life between the physical and the spiritual, because I'm very well aware I'm a spiritual being living in a vessel. I lived and incarnated so many times on this planet. I live in so many other different planets across the cosmos. I'm very conscious. I'm a very, very old soul. And coming down here is like playing the video game all over again. Shit, history repeats itself, literally. So I'm not gonna sit here and give all my energy and my emotions to these energy vampires out there so they can feed off my energy or false deities. I'm gonna do what I do best, make sure I'm taking care of my family, I'm taking care of myself, and I'm taking care of the people around me.
Yeah, and that's the real revolution right there, is the new generation. You're raising another soldier in this war against tyranny. So that's amazing that you're on all fronts. And yeah, speaking of the clothing, guys, take a look at this sexy little thing right here. I was out wearing this the other day, and some dude came up to me and they were like, "Aren't you that incredibly dreamy K-pop superstar?" I was like, "No, bitch. This is Will Turbitt from Demand the Truth." Fake Mike. Real news. That one's not as bouncy as the other one. I lost the other one in an ill bounce. So how can people get this? How can people reach out to you and get some of this custom-made swag? It doesn't necessarily have to say Fake Mike Real News on it. It could say
Yeah, for sure.
It could say, you know, Will's a K-pop legend. I don't know. It could say Rosa Parks snapbacks, whatever they want, but limited to those specific ones I just enumerated right now.
I do custom work. Also, we're in the works right now of building the website. We're getting all our designs ready. We have to purchase samples of our designs to make sure it's the quality we want. So we're looking for 2021 to be the launch of our clothing and shoes line. So
Oh,
I'm
for
pretty
real?
excited for that. Oh yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah,
definitely.
after this, I'll send you some stuff, bro.
Oh yeah, I want to see those designs. I want to be a part of that. I want to collaborate on one of those.
Oh, actually, I sent you a pair of shoes. I sent you a picture of some shoes the other day.
I did
Not
see
sure.
those. They actually match perfectly with the shirt that's over there too, which
Purple
is
and gold.
yep. So you already know. So yeah. So in the meantime, it's on screen right here. Universal TV. Any final thoughts? And where are places that people can donate to you so you can keep up the good work, raise a beautiful, healthy newborn child, and continue all the projects that you're working on?
Yes, sir.
And the link is in the description, by the way, to Universal TV. It's in the description. It's on screen, and I'm also going to put it in the comments right now. It's extremely accessible to all you guys. And let's help this guy get over 500 subscribers. And then it's going to be another party, because him and I soon are going to be over 9,000 yet again. And we're going to have a power party. So, and by the way, I don't have any mods on this channel, Audit Press. I never have. I never have mods. It's free speech for the most part. And if you're a complete hater, and you're not willing to talk, anybody that disagrees, that's fine. You come on, debate with me anytime. But yeah, what's the best place for people to donate to you and get in touch with all your material?
Yes, my donation is that subscribe button. All I ask, I do not need money. I work my ass off. Please just subscribe to the channel, share the videos. I will be doing updates. I have a lot more videos I still have to upload. It's just been really busy with the whole Black Friday events, and I work in retail, so I just been pretty busy. But please like, comment, subscribe, share. You can find me on Instagram, Universal TV. You can find on Facebook, Universal TV. Also, me and Will today, we just touched a little bit about this UFO topic. Yeah. And I would definitely love to do more videos in the future, Will, if you like, and we can go into more deeper topics. I'll have some video clips ready so that way you can share it and we can also show people, because there's a lot of information and I think people need to wake up and need to know about this stuff, because there's a lot of stuff that has been happening and is going to happen.
Sounds good. Yeah, compile those links. Obviously, my show is your show. You can come on anytime. You're one of my favorite guests to have, friend of the show. And it's been a pleasure to meet you in real life too, man. You're very generous and welcoming, and I love you, brother. You have a good night. Thank you guys, to everybody out there for finding me. And yeah, guys, a lot of people lost my channel. So first, after you go to Universal TV, find them on Facebook, find them on YouTube, give a like, share, and subscribe. Share it to everybody. But we also have my Demand the Truth channel just breaking 100 subscribers. So look out. We're going to do another live. And you know what I'm going to do right now as we speak? I'm going to release a brand new video for you guys because it's not actually brand new. It's brand new to this channel. But people were asking for this one, so let's go and do her now. Let's go. Let's see here. Private to public. Bam. Publish. We are still live and publishing a video. Demand the Truth. We had like 4 or 5 videos today. Boom, right here. Alex Jones called out. Take a look at this video. It's pretty cool. And take a look at all the videos I did. This goes with the Alex Jones confronted at Richmond rally too. Some people unsubscribed to me today because they said Adam Kokesh is a shill without showing any information. So anyways, guys, thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Universol, for joining us yet again. And guys, make sure you go over, like, share, and subscribe to all of our channels. Universol TV, it's in the description. Go underneath, check it out, guys. God bless you till next time. I'll have at least 3 more videos for you tomorrow. And oh, by the way, too, I'm going to be traveling down the East Coast. So if you guys are interested or know some people or any protests or ongoings in the next few days, holla at your boy. Get in touch with me. Demand the Truth on Instagram. Universol with the SOL TV on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Peace, folks.
Peace.